On January 1st, 2023, a brand new chapter for everyone began, full of 365 fresh new pages. A year full of endless possibilities, hopes, dreams, and New Year's resolutions. Things people were going to do to completely transform their lives. But now, 3 months in, how many people stuck to the things they wanted to do? How many started, then gave up? How many didn't even start? How many are now waiting until next year or when it will feel like the right time to begin? But most importantly, no matter where you are in the process, how can you get back on track to make this year everything you wanted it to be? Well, I think I found the answer. As of April 1st, we're exactly 25% of the way through 2023. What remains are 275 days, 39 weeks, 6,600 hours, 396,000 minutes, and 23 million seconds. That's a lot of time to achieve or pursue the things that you want to do. You just need to find a 1 hour block of time that you set aside for yourself to work on something you love every day this year. Because if you do just 1 hour of whatever that thing is for you each day this year, that would be 275 hours of progress on a particular project or goal. But if you have the time, you can do double that, or even more. So, starting today, pick one thing to focus on improving, then simply find that 1 hour a day without fail. You'll need to make sure it's realistic and it can be done daily for a whole year. If it's not, then you need to find a way to make it fun to do, so you can look forward to doing it each and every day when the time comes and you can sit down and work on it with 100% of your attention and with no distractions. If you give this a go, after several weeks or months, you'll have achieved way more than you ever could have thought. As the age-old saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Track your progress so you can look back and see how far you've come. Small progress every day becomes significant over time. It's the little things that always add up to become the big things. Check off each day on your calendar and don't miss a day to keep the momentum going. Create a streak and don't break the chain. But if you do miss a day or two, don't beat yourself up. No one's perfect. You can just pick yourself up and carry on the next day. It seems to be a popular opinion that to pursue something exciting, you need to quit your job or drop out of school. You don't have to do that or use up all of your free time in the evenings and grind until 2 a.m. That 1 hour a day, that's all you need, and then you can build up momentum and go from there. Even if you're the busiest person in the world, in which case you shouldn't be watching this video, you can find at least 1 hour a day. Or maybe make it up in smaller blocks throughout if you need to. Now, if you can't find this time, maybe you can consider substituting another part of your day. I've been significantly guilty of this myself. For the longest time, I always used lack of time as an excuse, until I realised how much wasted time I could actually just swap out to do something that ultimately meant a lot more to me. But if you have too much going on and really aren't able to make that time, then still try to do something, because doing anything is better than doing nothing. Just making 5 or 10 minutes of progress towards a goal every day is way better than making none. Everyone's running their own race in their own time. There's no rush. So don't put any extra pressure on yourself. Click off this video, come back in 6 months, and start this experiment again later this year if you have to. You need to put your physical and mental wellness first. But if that's not you, then now's the time to make some waves. So if there's something that you wanted to do this year but didn't start, goals you wanted to achieve, projects you began but put on the shelf, now is the time to start again. Today seems like the perfect day to start working towards something new and exciting. Now, you're not going to feel like it every day, so sometimes you might need to sit down and force yourself to push start on a 1 hour timer. Because when you just start the thing and do it anyway, you'll hardly ever regret it. Sometimes you just have to start to feel like it, rather than feeling like it to start. And after all, this should be something that's fun to set time aside for. Working on things you love shouldn't feel like work. You need to enjoy the process, because the process itself is what doing your thing will feel like. It'll never feel like you're living the end goal. So it should be fun for you to get stuck into each and every day. What's important is that you're actively setting time aside to do something you love. And that's the best thing about this. It's just an experiment. You can just run it for a week or a month if you want, because you'll realise a couple of things. finally doing that thing you've been dreaming about, you may realize you don't enjoy it as much as you hoped, and that you liked the idea of doing it more. You can give that 1 hour back to just whatever you used it for before, or you'll find that you'll have moved the needle closer to where you want to be, and have something really worthwhile to show for your efforts, and had fun in the process. There really isn't a downside to this, besides maybe occasionally losing a bit of sleep. There's no excuse not to give it a go. In the first quarter of this year, were you happy with how you spent your time? Did you start all of those New Year's resolutions? If not, then now is a new chance to start again. Stick to a plan and finally pursue what you really want to do. A year from now, you can be in a substantially better place. And at this same time next year, you can look back and know that this experiment was the one thing that changed everything. And it all starts with what you decide to set 1 hour aside for today. If you found some value in this video, please share it with someone else who might find it useful. Also, leave a comment down below, sharing what you're going to be working on every day.